So we've all been here. You use the bathroom and then you go to plug in your air freshener and it falls out. So you go and you give it another try and then it falls out again. So you have a bad outlet, and if you own the home, you have to replace it. If you rent it, you just call someone.
Welcome to the Kinsler Bros DIY. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace a bad outlet. If you own a home, or even if you rent a home, you've probably experienced this one time or another, especially in a bathroom where people like to plug in irons for their hair and many other types of things that have some weight to them, and it wears out the outlet or the receptacle. So we will be going through and using a regular 15 amp receptacle for this video. So before starting, if you have a tool to check if there is actual power, as you can see right now, it has power. So we need to go down to our electrical panel, find the appropriate circuit, and then shut it off so we can then proceed with the project. So we're down at the panel. Normally the panel is always labeled, which is a 20 amp circuit. So we are now back up into the bathroom, rechecking to see if we have power. We do not. This is now dead. So we can proceed with taking out the plate and changing the receptacle. All electricians use them. So it looks like we only have one line feeding this receptacle. So removing the ground there, we're just going to loosen everything up all at one time because nothing is powered anymore. As always, your black is always your hot wire. This is the one that's going to zap you if you don't turn your power off. The white is your common, and the all copper one would be your ground, which most outlets, lights, everything that you find that you want to wire will have this green screw. That's where your ground will go. So there's the old receptacle that has been worn out. Going to be changing it out for an actual square one because that's what we were changing this house out to. Very simple, looks pretty much the same on the side. We got the ground, we got the common, and we got the hot side. So we will start with our ground. You want it fairly tight so it starts to actually bend this end of the wire. You want to make sure that the way that your screw goes in is the same way that your wire is fed around here, so that when you tighten it, the wire will become tighter around your point of contact. On your hot side, the screw is going to be turning the opposite way. So then this is going to be bent the opposite way from the common. It's a very simple change out. So if you have an outlet in your house that's not holding stuff very well, your plug-in doesn't stay in very well, and you don't know how to fix it, just replace it with another outlet. It's very simple to do. You just got to turn your power off and put it back together the exact same way that it was when you took it apart. Now we have the receptacle screwed back to the box. We're going to go back downstairs, flip the breaker back on, make sure it's powered and works well before we put the faceplate on. So back down at the panel, just got to pop this one back on. It did not pop back, which that's a good thing. So we will then turn this back on, see if we have power. We have power again. So all that's left to do is to put your new faceplate on. One thing that I always like to do when putting new faceplates on, I like to make my screws line up with each other. Don't over tighten them. They don't have to be as tight as they can go. It's not going to move anywhere. And now we have our new outlet, and we don't have a problem plugging anything in. It's nice and snug because this is a new outlet. It doesn't have anything worn out inside. And we're good to go. Easy fix, really cheap as well. An outlet like this is not very expensive. Some of them are actually a couple dollars, maybe even cheaper. And the faceplate is even cheaper than that, under $1. So it's a really easy fix, really cheap fix. So if you enjoyed this short little video, be sure to drop a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and support us in the future. And we will see you
in the next one.